Hey everybody, Dr. Gigglez here from the Hauntapolooza PODCAST. Today's video, we are going to be talking about Factory of Terror in Fall River, Massachusetts. So this is going to be the review. For those that, don't know that they got, during COVID-19, they finally got the okay. They opened on October 9th. We went on Friday, whatever the date that was today's the 20th. So whatever the Friday was, that's when we did it. But before we jump into it, make sure if you're new here, click that subscribe button. Make sure you click notifications so you don't miss a thing. Also, make sure that, leave us a comment. Do you agree, disagree? What do you think they could do on improvements and whatever? What did you love? What did you hate? If you went or not or whatever. And and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you share that so more people can see it, so they can see if it's a place they want to go to. Anyway, without further ado, let me shut my mouth and let's get into it. All right, so everybody probably knows by now that they're open, and the actors were like, "Hey, when you coming down?" And so Friday night, we went down, and I was talking with the owner and some of the actors outside, and one of the actors' shifts was over, so we walked through, and he was, while we were walking through, doing the thing, just showing us a couple, because he was very proud of the work he did. For programming and stuff and all that, so he was showing us, and I'll tell you this, it's really hard to review haunts this year. I mean, because you gotta do it from a different perspective, because it's not normal. It's not what we were used to. It's not a normal. This is COVID. We're in a pandemic, so you're trying to in your mind go, any haunt. Not. I'm just saying overall in general. So going through it, I had to put my mind in. This is COVID-19 time, not normal. But regardless of that, I gotta say the social distancing and safety precautions, just like every other haunt, top notch. You know what I mean? Like, they did a great job with that. Between having some of the queue outside, a very little bit of it inside, the spacing was great. I mean, it's tough to always social distance in a haunt, especially even when it's normal, because you don't want the Congo line, you don't want to see the scares coming, you want to have your own little intimate thing. They did a great job with that. It was on point. It was perfect. I loved it. Now, just so you know, part of the restrictions for Massachusetts is no screaming, no talking. You got to be behind plexiglass. You can do the drop thing. You can bang. You got animatronics. You get sound effects and music and stuff like that. So when I heard about that, I was like, oh, how good is this really gonna be? I mean, let's be honest. Part of being in the going into a haunt is you want the full experience. So I'm like, oh, this is probably not going to be as good, but they proved me wrong. Was it perfect? Not by any means, but for the hands that they were dealt, I actually enjoyed it better than before the pandemic. For one, they extended it, made it a little longer. There was a lot of eye candy to see. I love that they had like 2 multiple swamp area things going on. Even without the actors, I mean, it took away a little bit, but I'm not really holding that against them, because that's what the state told them they had to do. Other than that, I thought it was great. You know what I mean? Like the props and how, when you're walking by and the animatronics are hitting when it's supposed to, and the musical and sound effects cues were really good. I love those puppets. I know you can buy them. If anybody ever wants to buy one of those, you can go to Gore Galore. Just Google that and you can get them. Yeah, they're a little pricey, but if you got a haunt and you want one, they're good. If you want one in your house to scare everybody every day, there you go. But let me tell you, I love those puppets. I wanted to put one in my house, just so I could scare Jessica and everybody every day, but I didn't. So the actors, what they could do, great job. Like I said, was it perfect? Not by any means. It takes a little bit away from it, but to go through, is it definitely worth going through? Hell yes. Like when I got out, I told her, I'm like, wow, this was great. Like I actually had a lot of fun. I know a lot of people, when you read things online, the negative Nancy's, from the past that had that stigma. People are like, oh, it doesn't change. Trust me, totally different, totally redone. The COVID-19 precautions, top notch. All the different sets and scenery and everything, awesome. The actors, for what they could do, awesome. I would definitely give this haunt a 4 out of 5, just because Massachusetts threw him a bone, a bad bone, and made him not do anything. I honestly think if they could be, once we get out of this pandemic, like next year, I think it's gonna be a top haunt, like top. They're doing a really good job. I can't wait to see what they do with it. It's all totally new inside. All, you know what I mean? It's longer. And even without the actors doing it, you could tell the actors so badly wanted to do what they do. And because you can't do what you do, it takes a tiny bit away, but it didn't really take enough away from me going, oh, this sucked. I didn't think it sucked at all. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was really good, well done. They did a great job in the time with all the plexiglass and the drop doors and the banging. They did a great job. I have no complaints about that whatsoever. I'm not kissing anybody's ass. I'm just telling the truth. I'll tell you when something sucks. You know that. I didn't think it sucked. Am I easy to please? Probably. But what I was looking for in a haunt and being indoors, so I wasn't in the elements or anything, it was done really well. I mean, depending upon what you're looking for in a haunt, it may be for you, it might not be for you. But I totally suggest anybody that has doubts about it, go check it out. I mean, if you're looking for like super scary people like screaming at you and stuff, you might be a little disappointed with that. But the stuff that they did to make up for that was well done. Like, I enjoyed it. Everything that was supposed to worked. Like, animatronics and puppets and all the effects and stuff, they all worked. Nothing was broken that I noticed. The actors were doing whatever they could to get. I mean, Jessica jumped and screamed about 3 or 4 times. It was a fun night out. I had fun. I would definitely go back. And I can't wait to see. And I'm talking about especially all haunts across the board when this is all done with this pandemic crap. Once it's all done, man, them haunts are going to come back roaring like crazy. I know the actors are itching, and I'm not going to take that away from them. It's not their fault. None of this is anybody's fault. We just got dealt a bad thing. I don't know. It's just crazy. You're trying to review these things, and you can't have the mentality of when it was normal, because if not, you would say all haunts suck this year. You got to deal with the card that's dealt, and they did a great job at Factory of Terror in Fall River for the cards that they were dealt. It was on point. I just wish that the state would allow them to do more, because it sucks watching them behind plexiglass. You kind of feel bad, It's like, oh, you're so used to one way, and now it's not. But like the swamp area stood out to me. That was really good. I don't know the names and themes of all the different areas. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed walking through and seeing all the different animatronics popping off, and all the clowns and the zombies and all that stuff, and the actors banging, and it worked. I guess this is the year of the jump scare of no talking, especially in Massachusetts. So overall, I give it a 4 out of 5 this year. I had fun. I would definitely go back. I won't have time to go back this year just because I'm working at a haunt. But I would, if I wasn't working at a haunt this year, I would definitely go back and have some fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I know it was kind of a lot of mumbling, jumbling, kind of just talking, just trying to go over some points. And you know me, I like to talk and never shut up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you do, tell them that I sent you there, and have some fun. Till next time, everybody. Stay freaky, y'all. Peace.